Hey guys, another live game replay commentary. Okay, it's a live game commentary, not replay commentary. It's a live game. I'm watching Mushi's OD. Yeah, I think I'm fair to watch this. I was gonna watch our Digi play interplay, but like the game has already progressed too long. I was just gonna decide this game instead. OD is a really interesting hero in this meta, definitely. He can be played in the middle, or he can also be played in the safe lane. It's 50-50 in my pub games, I think. So Uri used to be a very powerful mid lane hero before he got nerfed in his astral imprisonment. Like, so this used to be a like really long range even at level 1, but now like this got so nerfed that you cannot really use this at level 1. So I don't think I can say OD is a strong mid laner per se that matter. Like if OD ever fights like someone like Sniper, it's just gonna lose the lane. So this is why there are some games it is more beneficial as a team to put OD in the middle. I mean OD in the safe lane, and to put the other guy in the mid lane. So it's a Storm versus Shadowfin middle match, and OD is staying here with Disruptor, faced against Magnus. So my main emphasis is going to be OD. But if I see anything interesting going on, I will switch the perspective and try to mention things that can be useful. But starting out in build, he started with the magic wand, a lot of tango, healing self, very fetch, so a lot of reasons. So it's just basically saying that I'm just gonna survive in the lane, because Magnus was. It was either Magnus or Clockwork offlane, like if you look at the lineup, but Magnus is more likely to be an offlaner, because Clockwork can be played in position 4, but Magnus can't be. So if you're playing versus Magnus, yes, this either makes sense because this guy is going to be just spamming the shockwave to last it and to harass at the same time. It's really hard. It's not easy to dodge the shockwave. So this item build makes sense. A lot of reason to match one. Disruptor, did he chain pull? Let me. I thought he was pulling. Oh, I think he was stacking, or I don't know. I lost this movement. Okay, so talking of the safe lane right now, talking about the state of the lane. Magnus is having a really good time, right? Because it's not tri lane; it's only dual lane. So the Radiant team's strategy is just rather make this lane busy by having, excuse me, by having Legend Commander and Treant. So that they put a lot of pressure. Oh. Okay. I say this so many times in like pro games and high MMR pub games. They don't normally go tri lane anymore. Like even I feel like 80% of the time I watch any games that is making to the front page, so it's like 6k 7k average. It's dual lane. It's highly likely to be a dual lane. I've like almost never see tri lane these days, but that's interesting because in my game where I'm staying like rank 2000 to 3000, we run tri lane and we still prefer tri lane. But as you go up higher, it turns out that you don't tri lane anymore. So Mushi is now taking the creeps so that he can maintain the lane equilibrium. Disruptor died fighting Magnus, but I think that's okay. That's a fair trade. Because this is a dual lane, like you cannot expect Magnus, you cannot expect to like dominate Magnus in this lane because it's really hard to do that if you're dual laning versus solo off lane. So Magnus is getting a fair amount of experience. So Odi is not doing that bad. He's getting a lot of experience, although like he's not maintaining the lane equilibrium very well. But he's doing okay. Shadowfin died to Storm, so I think Jakiro went kind of diving with Shadowfin because Storm was low. But with the raindrop, he survived. So this was a big kill. Shadowfin died and Storm survived lane. If you talk about Shadowfin versus Storm in the mid lane, I would say it favors Shadowfin. It definitely favors Shadowfin. Shadowfin has the tools to last it and harass Storm Spirit, but Storm really doesn't other than his Q. There are some tactics to make it this lane 50-50, but generally Shadowfin has much easier time. Okay, Legion Commander just died. So I think like in this type of game where both teams are dual laning, well this guy is solo lane. This guy is solo off lane, but the Clockwork is roaming. So I guess it makes a fair matchup because Clock might be pressuring middle or in the bottom lane. So in this match like where both teams have offlaners where they are getting sufficient amount of experience, the games are decided by how much these two offlaners bring impact to the game in like early game, like minute 10 or minute 15. So when Magnus power spikes when he gets Blink Dagger, if he wants to prolong his laning phase, he will get like power trash, drums, something like that. But generally Magnus is also one of these heroes that power spikes at like level 8 with Blink Dagger. Then he has RP, he has a kill potential. But if you look at Legion Commander, it's very similar. This guy also does get Blink Dagger in early game. If lane does not go well, actually if the lane goes well, if he wants to prolong the lane, he will get power trash, like something like that. But generally this is also the one that gets Blink Dagger really fast. So we really have to pay attention to these two guys, how they power spike in the game. Because from the way I see it, Odis is farming like under the pressure of the enemy team, but the same thing goes for Terrorblade. Terrorblade is farming under the pressure of Legion Commander and Treant. So, and they are both doing equally well dealing with the situation. Is this Disruptor going to die? Okay, that was a good decision to just TP out right away. So Zakiro did not have a ice path. He's gonna die. Oh my god. He found a kill. Okay, another item that I want to mention about is Ring of Aquila as OD. So it might seem like odd to get Ring of Aquila as an intelligence hero, but in reality in this meta right now, almost every core hero prefers getting Ring of Aquila. I would say almost any hero, whether you're playing support or just there has to be Ring of Aquila, at least one person in your team. The item is also good. It gives 10 damage. Agility is also good. I think it gives like 10 attack speed. Strength and intelligence is also good, and it gives you power to control the lane. Look at how much damage that it is doing. And Jakir didn't even kill him, just the crit's gonna kill him. Alright. Regarding his skill build, no astral imprisonment. This is also the build that OD likes to run when he's safe laning. I've seen someone like having one valid point in astral, but like I mentioned earlier, level 1 astral is just so bad. The range is like, I think the range is like 100 or something, which is so small, like too short to cast to anyone. So this is entirely fine. So Mushi is doing the same thing, just maxing out the Essence Aura. So what this means is that he can right click mostly everyone once. Like if let's say Magnus were to contest him, he cannot, because Mushi is going to just orb walk and click him with the Arcane Orb, and that's too much damage. So he turned off Aquila, and now it's turned on. Because Magnus is not here, he wants some action. Magnus shows up, but Magnus is low HP, he was jungling. Bounty rune, and it's gonna go back to lane right away. Wait, jungle? I think he was considering doing it. Oh, he's trying to pull? That's interesting. Yeah, I think Mushi wants to like... Here's a weakness of OD. Even though he got Aquila, OD is a hero that has really nothing to deal damage to the tower. He just can't. He's like literally as bad as Crystal Maiden in seizing down the even tier 1 tower. So that's the weakness of OD. So OD is the guy who wants to spend a lot of time in the lane, because that's probably that's only the only way that he can farm. His jungle farm is pretty bad, actually really bad. He has no lane clear, he has no AoE lane clear ability, so this is the one that heavily relies on soaking up gold and experience from just staying alive in the lane. That is why if you play against OD, one solution to make him miserable, the game plan is just keep ganking him, or make a lot of pressure to OD by running dual lane or even tri lane. So, and like force him to go back to jungle or switch lane, You should never give OD really safe time to just farm in the lane like this. This is where like OD's like, okay. I mean, I don't feel that pressured. I think I can still farm. I'm farming a lot, and once I get something like 4 staff, I'm ready to join the team fight by like level 10 or 11, because that is when OD kind of prospects, right? When OD gets 4 staff, it becomes hard to kill him. He even has Astro to save himself, to save his teammate, or it can be used offensively, defensively, like in a variety of ways. So, you know, OD with the 4 staff is still, I think that is still when OD power specs first as a hero. And he's been getting a lot of solo experience, and the enemy team did not bother to make any pressure to OD in this lane. So he's farming really good. He's getting close to 4 staff, only like 200 gold away. So when he finishes the 4 staff, I think we will see OD tipping to like bottom or even mid. It depends on where our team wants to group up. Skip bombing. It's the catapult wave, but unless this guy has Midas to delete the enemy catapult right away, I don't think he can apply any pressure to the tower. He really can't. Okay, he's delivering 4 stuff. So Mushi does know, this guy is paying attention to the minimap and seeing what's happening. And he's thinking about making a rotation. Yeah, look at how much damage he's doing to the tower. He hits for like 26. That's like really nothing. One way to make his push a little faster is to cast his Astro Prison. Astro Imprisonment to the creep. It does AoE damage, but it's still really bad. The 4 stuff. I think we can see, we might see now, they're rotating to the other lanes. Someone asked me to do this. Change it to the net worth when the laning stage is over. So OD looking at the other side of the minimap, thinking about moving to there. Okay. And OD is TPing to the bottom lane. That's a kill, right? Okay, that's a big kill. So this was very coordinated battle by the Dire team. So I'm pretty sure like OD was just timing his TP at the right time. So also that like when the Treant entangled Jakiro, that was a kill for Legend Commander. So LC dueled him right away. And when Terrorblade decided to help his team by just moving forward, that is when Mushi showed up. This is the exact perfect time, and Mushi cannot run away from him. He even had a 4 staff, so there was no way for him. Even Terrorblade landed his Sunder at the right time, I think he would have still died because this guy's a 4 staff. So if you're playing OD, I mean, this really comes down to when you're playing any staffing hero. Like, there are a lot of people asking, I don't know, I'm playing staffing carry, but I really don't know when to TP. Like when to TP or change the other lane. The simple answer is just think about your hero and think about when your hero power spikes. So SOD, like I mentioned, if you get 4 step at level 10, 11, that's the right time you rotate. Because you basically have a kill potential and potential to save your allies. There's a lot of things, right? So just apply those logic to the heroes you're playing. It's really not that hard, but but it's not easy to like actually do that in your games, because even in my bracket where players are like 5.5, 6k MMR, 6k MMR, they're not good at this. They're not perfect at doing this. They make a lot of mistakes. So it is normal to struggle, but I hope actually this replay you guys have a better idea of how to play here. Shadowfinger was kind of diving in. I think Shadowfinger was like diving in hopes of making something to happen, because Clockwork was around here, and I think Shadowfinger was like wanting Clockwork to initiate with his ultimate, but he didn't. So it looked a little funny that Shadowfinger just walked in. So I think that was a misplay. That was a definitely miscommunication. Virgin team is going to clear them up. It's just now they're slow. Oh, that's just amazing. So Magnus just came in like as if like he just wanted to make a hero play because he's the RP. But it was funny to me because he was diving in with this square, not Blink Dagger. Oh my god. Okay, so Magnus got Halm Dominator instead of getting Blink Dagger. So what this does is it just gives you better presence in the lane, because like if you get Helm Dominator, it means it's a pushing power. It means pushing power. It helps your team in like just right clicking and providing a reset. But I think this was the wrong item. I get it that it's just in the meta right now. Almost any offlane gets Helm of Dominator and Protect the tower. So this is good. This is good. But in this game, you really don't want to lane against OD, right? If you finish Helm of Dominator, it'll be like minute 8, minute 9, minute 10, right? Or the Magnus, depending on how good or how bad it was in this game. But I don't think this really does anything. What Magnus really needs right now is Blink Dagger, so that he can just be a threat to the enemy. And well, if he has a Blink Dagger, the enemy and the enemy team checks his inventory that he's a Blink Dagger, their game plan changes. They have to be spread it out when they're fighting during the team battle. They can't really dive in. If Magnus is missing, when the Radiant team and Dire team are fighting, but when Magnus is missing, the Dire team has to pay attention to their position, and they can't really dive in and to secure the kill and to make a kill, because they know that Magnus is RP and it's a turnaround spell. 1 RP, the game goes different, right? So Magnus at this time around with Helm of Dominator is not a threat, like not even close. It's doing nothing. That's just my opinion. I mean, obviously this guy can be a much better player than me, but I'm commentating on service. I think I am making the better decision because I'm just looking at everything, right? But yeah, every offlaner will just get this item like almost blindlessly. Okay, so OD was saying that they have a catapult. This is the right time for them to push in. Using Blink and Force Stuff, he managed to catch him, initiate with his Astral, RP, and runs away. So it was a matter of who's faster, Elsie casting Duel or Magnus casting RP and getting out. OD is just everywhere with Blink Dagger and Force Stuff. His right click damage is too much to deal with for the enemy team. He still has a lot of mana. He was moving a little back. The Shadow Fiend was missing. They're gonna get a dual kill. Magnus running away again, but Magnus has OD has Blink Dagger. He can't run away. OD even has ultimate. This is dead. OD might even just ultimate. Okay, there's a Turtle Blade, but okay, that's a lot of damage. Buyback from Clockwork actually won the game, but he kills Turtle Blade before he dies. So although this buyback makes sense and Clockwork make a lot out of it by just killing OD, but it was impressive that Mushi just quickly decided, okay, I have stolen a lot of int from everyone else, and just cast my ultimate right to kill Terrorblade before he uses Thunder. So again, this time there really was no way out for the Terrorblade. I don't think Terrorblade is playing anything wrong. It's just that the Dire team is not giving him any option. What is Terrorblade gonna do? Well, OD was staying about the same HP as Terrorblade. Like they were going down in HP almost at the same level, same time. But OD had his ultimate, so TP really didn't have any choice. I think he would have still died if he had maintained his full HP by using Thunder to his ally or something else. He would still have died because OD just stole a lot of it. So by getting Force Staff, he now has Hurricane Pipe. By getting Force Staff and Blink Dagger, OD truly power spikes. So I just see so many OD players in our games where he'll just farm and he does not understand when to, you know, just be a man and roam and man up in the team fight. But this is exactly when you guys should roam as OD. First time is when you get Force Staff, then you will think about upgrading it to Hurricane Pike or Blink Dagger. I would recommend getting Force and then get Blink right away, because like Blink and Force is the item for OD. And then he upgrades it to Hurricane Pike by disassembling the wing of Aquila. I think that is another part why Aquila is so strong. It can be disassembled and then it goes to Hurricane Pike. That's why Aquila is just so good. It works in almost any hero. He is still keeping Ring of Basilisk. This will definitely help him in pushing the lane, and a little bit of mana resonance is always appreciated. It sucks that they do not have the tier 1 tower down, but by all means, this tier 1 tower in the offlane is the least important tower in this game. It really doesn't do anything. What really matters is this tower, because this is the Radiant jungle tower. Without this tower, the Radiant will have harder time managing their jungle as a farming place. So taking this tower, taking tier 1 tower bottom and tier 2 tower bottom is important. In just every game, it just matters more and more. OD just blinking in, knowing the Shadow Fiend was dead, he just blinks in right in front of Jakiro and he's gonna die too, right? He's dead. Let me look at KDA. 1114. Well, it's actually, I didn't know that Clockwork was doing actually something in the map. 73, 6145 for Terrorblade. Everyone else is about the same.
Radiant's bottom tower is no more. Radiant's middle
So
tower
Mushi was
is
pinging
under attack.
to go up to high ground. That's interesting. I don't think the Radiant team is strong. Okay, so I think I get it what they're doing. So Storm is not pushing middle, and the Radiant team middle tower is alive. So this is Akira just being a little out of position. He should have realized that OD has power, OD has Blink Dagger and Force Staff, which is enough to kill anyone. Wow. Look at how preemptively OD uses ultimate and then the Storm come in to finish him. So this is a fucking really high level play. So OD knew that by using Astral and casting ultimate, Magnus was not gonna die, but OD was paying attention to the minimap and then Storm Spirit was near him. So yeah, Storm was thinking, this is basically set up for Storm Spirit, right? You Astral summon, it's a setup for Storm Spirit, just to jump in and cast his Q and just end it, right? That's how Magnus died, but that is actually a really high level combination that can't be seen often in our games. That's really high level. So what the Dara team just did when Mushi was paying the high ground, I was actually questionable because you cannot go high ground, right? You're not strong enough to go high ground. But what they were doing is that seeing that Storm Spirit was standing in the middle and the Radiant team middle tier 1 was alive. They were kind of buying time for Storm Spirit to push the middle tier 1 tower. And it sucks for the Radiant team that Magnus was underestimating OD and also Jakiro was not. Jakiro was out of position, so they fed 2 kills to OD, so it's making things worse. So OD is really strong, and now that OD just made solo kill twice, the enemy team will know that OD is just too fat, too dangerous, and they will be passive in team fight or despite from the way they position prior to team fight. They will have to play. They will be forced to play passive, knowing how strong OD is. Because what OD will do right now is, if they do not have vision, if the Radiant team doesn't have any vision advantage, OD will just blink in and cast his Hurricane Pike to the enemy, granting him like 4 to 5 right clicks, and that's enough to kill anyone right now. That is really enough to kill anyone. This next item, he even saw Clockwork hiding, and now he's scanning, so he knows that Clockwork is hiding there. Clock is not really a threat now that OD has Hurricane Pike, and also OD is really tanky. That's another strength of OD. OD just has a lot of stats. Look at OD's stats. This is just a lot. He has 2k HP, 2.4k mana. That's a lot. He's now working on Shiva's. No, it's not Shiva's. It's he's getting hacks. That makes sense because from the pace of the game, we don't think Shadow Fiend will get BKB anytime soon. Terrorblade is not getting BKB, so if anyone is hacked, like that's done, right? It's gonna die. So Disruptor and OD was thinking about the same thing. They were afraid of Terrorblade using with Thunder. So this is where, like, as soon as they saw Terrorblade going down below like 30% HP, Disruptor just popped his ultimate and OD uses Astral to hide him. That's to just finish him with his Sanity Cyclic, right? So everything, like, they're doing near flawless in this game. What the Dart team is doing around is just executing the enemy like flawless. Like, they understand when TB is weak, how to execute TB. Just I think they're like, this is too much for the Radiant team to handle. Barely makes any pushing mistake, and when they see the enemy team make he's gonna die now, right? Shakur's gonna die. Shakur is dead. Yeah. So if you ever make any pushing mistake like this, like you're dead. 100% you're dead. Because at 6k, 7k levels, like players are always paying attention to the minimap, so individual map awareness is just so high. Like even when you're playing support, you don't really have to tell anyone, tell your carry that what is happening. They will know because they are paying attention to the minimap 24/7, and they're not gonna miss any kill. I should always stop coughing. Okay, let's talk about the talent tree. I forgot about this. Okay, wow. Storm just stabbing like that, and really grabs in. And so it was with the Burn Decker. And finish him off. His talent. This makes sense. A level 10 OD will want to get plus 250 health. Because, is that real one? Oh my god. How does that even happen? Was he pretending to be illusion? Like, he was just standing still, right? I think Turbo was either just standing still or just typing to his allies. It's either that. Wow. Okay, he's working on Shiba's girl. So this is a stomp. They're just stomping. Back to the talent tree because we want to mention about talent tree. Plus the 50 health will be almost always the pick that you want because first of all it's a lot. This is a lot, and Odi is a kind of hero that does not want to get burst down. And by having this talent level 10 plus to 50 health, Odi will be really tanky. Odi will be really tanky and really hard to kill. So that will be the one. 20 attack speed, I mean, I don't think it makes that many difference now that Odi is getting portraits in every game. Level 15, Essence Aura's chance, I think it does nothing. Plus 40 movement speed is just a lot. Level 20, either will make sense, but by having plus 20 strength, look at how much HP Odi has. He has 2.6k HP. How are we gonna kill him? Seriously, how are we gonna kill him, right? Without BKB, Odi is not gonna die. Level 25. I would say go for either, but yeah. Well, I'll guess Spell Life still. I think it can make difference. Really, either one looks really strong. Plus 60 seconds Arcane Open still. So they are not having fun in the funness. I'm not gonna make any comments on that. This lasts 80 seconds, right? You still have 4 intelligence per hit, and it lasts for 80 seconds, which is already a lot. But if you target talent, it becomes plus 60. So it's 140 seconds. That's insanely strong, right? I think that is really strong. So I would say you can take either one at level 25. It can be your preference, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go for plus 20 seconds Arcane Open still. That looks just really strong. So it's like having. So Slug has the same talent that I believe, or he used to. I think he does, where like he gets increased duration of Essence Shift, and that's crazy strong. So the same goes for OD.
Radiant's top tower is under
Okay.
attack.
So if you get this, if you get hacks, the next item should be Shiva's Guard, but there are times where OD will want to get BKB, even though he has a lot of HP, a lot of stats. OD is still the hero that will get burst down if he gets focused on, and OD does not want it to happen. So in certain lineups where the enemy team is allowing this to get OD will want to get BKB after getting Blink Dagger and Hurricane Pike. But since OD was having a really good game, I think this is where he watched his sacrifice and just, I'm gonna find you by just blinking, I'm gonna cast hacks, and you're dead, right? There are some players getting Midas as OD, but I think it is a mistake. If you get Midas, what happens is you will basically have to spend more time in lane, right? Just stay passive for another next 10 minutes farming the lane. And OD does not want that to happen. OD really power spike the level 10, level 11 by having 4 staff. It should be 4 staff. I don't think it can be Blink Dagger. I mean, it can be, but 4 staff is generally the item for OD to have that 6+. Power Thread, Magic Wand, 4 staff. The first time when he power spikes, he get blink dagger, and hurricane spike. That is when he power spike for the second time, and he gets hex. That is where he power spike for the third time. Shiva's guard, another BKB, another one. So that should be your item build, and it is really needed as Odiwa applies to every hero, but just know where you power spike. So Odi just dominated this game because he played flawless. At the same time, he knew when he was strong. But we, like, as we were spectating this game, it seems so obvious, right? Like, I mean, of course he has to fight, but if you actually play your game, you're not gonna do it. We don't. I just see so many players like where you play core hero, and you'll be farming 24/7, and you have no fuck clue when to roam, when to rotate. But this guy is rank 50 and is a pro player, so he does do the right thing. So although again I'm saying this in almost every video, although it may seem so obvious that what 7K players are doing, because we're just spectating, doesn't mean you're gonna do the same thing when you're playing your own game. It's just different, okay? Doing and knowing are just very two different things. So never underestimate how good 7K player is, just in terms of everything, mechanical, conceptual, like everything. They're just far above out of our league. They're just so good. 25 to perfect game for OD. So if you play like this guy in your pub games, you're just gonna win. And this game was especially kind of unique because he did not play middle lane. He was playing from the safe lane, so he power spiked a little late, right, compared to when he was playing middle. Because if you play middle, you're like guaranteed to have solo experience, unless you're not getting stomped. But I can see that it was a bad matchup versus Shadowfin. Shadowfin is capable of denying everything in the middle lane, and that's the worst thing that can happen to the red. If you get denied, like, you will get no level in this patch. That's why deny is so important. So Odi wanted to avoid fighting versus Shadowfin. That is why he ran away to his safe lane, and they have a storm spread, which can break down even with the Shadowfin under the circumstances. Okay, so I think that was it. Odi got a lot of last hit. Crazy high GPM, 791, a lot of damage, but building damage is generally, well, he now has a building damage because they were winning, but the weakness of OD is, again, he has no ability to hit up buildings. So that's something that you can think about when you want to counter OD. He has no pushing power. Okay, I think that's it, guys, for this video. He got BKB. Okay, he's 1-6. It's so sad. He got BKB, but he cannot even fight. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.